Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Plum Hollow. We are here for a nice varsity bowling matchup between the Oregon Hawks and the Dixon Dukes. The Dixon Dukes are currently undefeated in bowling, and this will be for the conference championship here today. Very exciting stuff. I'm Tyler Zapazaro. I'll be joining you on commentary throughout the meet, and hopefully the Dukes can pick up a nice win today. Starting on the first varsity team for boys, if we look over here, it's going to be David Laird, Cody Guile, and Daniel. And on the second varsity team, it's going to be Sam Gingras, Aaron Vincenko, and Wyatt Miller. Going to be very nice today to watch this happen. Gonna raise the camera up a bit here. Don't mind that. Striker. Over on girls' side, it'll be an additional varsity matchup as well. And I will try to keep you updated on the scores the best I can, although this is a huge little battle we have going on right now. Try to keep you posted. Starting the meet off strong. David and Daniel both getting strong strikes for the Dukes here. And Cody Guile will finish it up with a strike as well. Aaron Vincenko will get a spare. Oregon will get a couple strikes of their own. And Wyatt Miller will pick up a nice strike to finish off the first frame. Score stands after the first frame. Oregon sitting at 29, Dixon at 30. Although there are strikes inbound for Dixon, so that score will be multiplied eventually. Similar story over on the other side with both teams at 29. Madeline Kirby now up bowling for the girls. And it'll be a 9-pin roll. Just missing the 10-pin, it looks like. David Laird up to bowl now. And he'll just miss the 7-pin. Brutal for Mr. Laird. Sam will pick up a 9. Autumn Swift now for girls up to bowl. David will pick up a spare off the 9. Full from Sam. And he will do the same. His first ball will be a 9. Daniel will pick up a nice strike. Oregon trailing behind just a bit here now. Well, actually, they have taken the lead with 85 to 70, although Cody has not bowled yet. So at the end of the Oregon's second frame will be at 85 on the first one, and then on the second one, it'll be looks to be a 69. Cody Guile up bowl now. Good toss, and he'll get a strike. Very nice. Aaron Vincenko over on the B team for Varsity will also pick up a nice strike. And Wyatt Miller up to bowl now. End of Dixon's first A team Varsity will be at a 90, 5 points ahead of Oregon and after the second frame. Wyatt Miller will also pick up a strike on the second lane. David up to bowl once again. David will pick up a nice strike off the spare. Getting some good points for the Dukes here. Sam Jingers up to bowl now, as well as Daniel. Daniel will pick up a 9, leaving the 7. Sam Jingers getting a 5 over on the other lane. Very unfortunate for Sam. We'll have to see how he rallies here. Meanwhile, over on the girls section, after the second frame, score stands Oregon 74, Dixon 85 in the first set of lanes, and then the second it'll be Oregon 40 and Dixon 45. That lane getting started a little later. That was the end of the first frame. Damien will pick up the spare off of the bowl here. His 9-pin bowl. Cody up to bowl now. Cody looking for the turkey here. 2 strikes on the name. And it looks like he'll get it. Cody Gow coming out with a nice turkey to start the Dukes off right. A solid 8, a spare, and it looks to be another spare for Oregon. So I think the third frame over on the first set of lanes for boys, it'll be Oregon 147, Dixon 169. And over on the second frame, Oregon picking up a turkey as well. Their first on the second lane. After the third, it'll be 137 to Dixon's 89. Although Dixon is trailing a little behind with Sam Jingers starting off the frame. Is yet to bowl his second bowl for his third set. Over on girls' side, Madeline Kirby picking up a nice spare. David Laird will pick up a nice strike for the boys. And Sam will pick up a spare off the 5. Aaron Vincenko will pick up a strike as well. Wyatt Miller looking for a turkey now. Here's the ball from Daniel over on the first lane, and he'll get a nice strike coming off the spare. Cody Guy looking for 4 in a row here. Wyatt Miller will pick up a strike to get his turkey. Sam Jingers will bowl immediately after and get a 9, a tough 9. Here's the bowl from Cody now. Good spin on it, and it'll just get around for the strike. Cody's 4th in a row here. Dixon's first team doing really well after the 4th frame, picking up a 239. Only two little sets here in the frame. have been spares. The rest have been strikes. Very good start for Dixon's A team. Uh, Currently beating Oregon by 42 points. Um, and as we look over to the second varsity lane, Aaron Finsenko set to bowl after Sam Gingras' spare. Aaron will pick up an 8. On the girls' side, Autumn Swift will pick up a nice strike for the girls' team. David Laird will bowl again, and he'll get a 9. Looking for a spare now. Sam will get the spare over on his lane. Aaron Fonseca will also get a spare, breaking the turkey. Wyatt on 3 strikes now, looking for a 4th, just like Cody now. David will pick up a spare. Wyatt with the bowl now. And it will be another strike. Wyatt's 4th strike in a row. Very nice. Daniel will pick up a strike as well on the first lane. Very nice. He has 4 strikes on the night as well, coming out the 5th strike. Only 1 spare so far. Already looking like a great run for Daniel. After the 4th, it looks to be Oregon 255 to Dixon 288 on the first set of lanes. And on the second set of lanes, it'll be Oregon 271 to Dixon's 271. Looks to be tied up here on the second lane. Very close game on the second lane. Uh, and Cody will break the streak, getting a 9. Very unfortunate, leaving that 10 pin in the corner. And Sam I Am coming out to play now. Finally finding his rhythm, getting the strike here in the 5th set. And you can tell he's very excited about that. Cody will pick up a spare. Boys team playing very well today. After the 5th frame, it'll be Oregon 276, Dixon 317 on the first set of lanes. And the second set of lanes is still currently going. Autumn Swift will pick up a spare for girls. And David Laird picking up a strike. And Aaron Fonseca will get a spare. Wyatt Miller on 4 strikes here at the end of the 5th frame, looking to get 5 in a row here. Here's the ball from Daniel. And just leaving 1 in the middle. Unfortunate for Daniel. Daniel will pick up a 9. Pull from Wyatt is good, and that is another strike for Wyatt. Wyatt 5 in a row here. Looking good for a second team. Wyatt really coming out to play here. Daniel will pick up the spare. Here comes Cody now. Cody 4 strikes and a spare on the board. Picking up some great points for the team. And from across the room, we hear Sam Gingras getting another strike on the board. Now he's looking for a turkey. Bang. A beautiful strike for Cody Guile. Cody really out here making it look easy. Putting some pizzazz on it as well, I might say. Nice little flick of the wrist afterwards. And he'll get it. Very nice. 6 strikes in a row for Wyatt Miller. I don't believe there's a term for that. I know the term for 5 in a row was a Yahtzee. I did not shout at Yahtzee though, and next time I will be sure to do it. I'm sorry, Wyatt. I just forgot about it. Anyways, strike for David Laird over on Dixon's A team. And Dixon's B team is starting to really get some momentum here with all competitors getting a strike in the 6th frame. Speaking of the 6th frame, totals at the end of the 6th stand Oregon 345, Dixon 406. Over on the first, it'll land on the second. It is Oregon 326, 329, sorry, and Dixon 360. And Sam will get a turkey with a 3rd strike in the 7th. Very nice. David Laird will get a strike as well on the top of the 7th. Daniel will pick up an unfortunate 9, and he will look for a spare now. Aaron Fonsenko will also pick up a strike now. B team is currently on a roll here, and leading the charge is Wyatt Miller. Wyatt Miller looking for his 7th strike in a row. On course right now for a perfect game here. The ball's off. And Wyatt will pick it up. 7th strike in a row for Wyatt Miller. Wyatt Miller, definitely a great athlete here at DHS. Looking to really pick up some points here for Dixon's B team. Cody Guile will also pick up a strike on the first lane. Cody Guile also a very consistent bowler, picking up 6 strike. Don't know what that was. I've never seen that one before. An odd little chant there, a little huddle there from the Dixon Dukes. David Laird up to bowl now, looking for a turkey. And David Laird picking up an odd 9. Couldn't quite get the strike. Very unfortunate. Sammy Gingras up now as Daniel will pull for the spare. And it just misses. Or sorry, David will pull for the spare. David just missing, but he will get a 9 with a strike. Very unfortunate. That was the first time on the A team that the Dukes haven't gotten a point on a bowl. That's crazy. That was their first miss, I guess you should say. And speaking of missing or lack thereof, Sam Gingras will pick up his 4th strike in a row, and Daniel will follow suit, getting a strike off the spare. Aaron Fonsenko looking for a turkey now. He'll take a bowl. And Aaron will get a turkey of his own. Cody Guile and Wyatt Miller up to bowl now. First call is by Cody. Cody, little wide spin on it, but he will pick up the strike and get a 2nd turkey in the game here. Wyatt up to bowl, looking for his 8th strike in a row. Pulls off. Just misses the 1-10 pin in the corner. He'll look for a spare. A very impressive showing from Wyatt Miller here tonight. Score stands after the 8th frame. Oregon 483, Dixon 522 in the first set of lanes. In the second set of lanes, Oregon 436, Dixon 527. Wyatt Miller definitely having a big part in those points. Currently stands at 179 without the additional points. Wyatt will just miss out on the spare there. And it'll get rotated back to Sammy G. Sammy G on a great run here, 4 strikes in a row. Meanwhile, over on girls' side, Oregon has in the first set of lanes 181, Dixon 297, and then the second set of lanes 175, girls 269. Girls doing a very good job against Oregon here. And speaking of a very good job, Sam Gingras picking up a Yahtzee 5 strikes in a row over on the second set of lanes. David Laird will pick up a 6 over on the first set of lane. Not very fortunate for David, but he will come back and pick up a spare. Aaron Fonseca getting a 9, just leaving a corner pin as well. Very unfortunate. Oregon with a tough split there. Couldn't quite get a hand on it. I guess I should say a bowling ball on it. Daniel up to bowl now, and he'll pick up a nice strike. Dakota Guile now up to strike, up to bowl, I should say. Looking for a 4th strike in a row. It'll be his 8th strike in the game. Aaron Fonseca will pick up a spare, and Wyatt Miller will set the bowl again, and he'll pick up a strike. Wyatt's 9th strike in the game. Apologies, 8th strike in the game. And Cody will follow suit with his 8th strike as well. Score stands at the end of the 9th frame for boys. On the first set of lanes, it'll be Oregon 527, Dixon 582. And then the second set, Oregon 536, Dixon 596. And a nice strike for David Laird to start the 10th. And he will get a couple additional bowls. Very nice. Getting some nice points for the Dukes here. Sam Gingras will follow suit with his 6th strike in a row. And he'll get a couple extra bowls as well. David getting a 9 off the strike, but he will get one more. Looking to get that last pin. Sam Gingras with an 8 pin and getting a 7-10 split. David will pick up the last pin, and he'll finish the game with a 206. Sam will finish with a 230. A very good showing for both competitors, getting over 200 here. Oregon's first player on the first lane will get a 192, and the Oregon's first player on the second lane will get a 194. First bowl from Aaron is an 8. And the first bowl from Daniel, it's going to be a strike. And he'll pick up a turkey. Aaron on his second bowl needs to get the spare here to get an additional bowl, maybe get a couple extra points for the team. And it looks like he will get it, and he'll get one more bowl for the team. Hoping to pick up some nice points. Daniel now on his second, and he'll get a strike as well. Picking up his fourth in a row. Needs one more to get the Yahtzee and finish out his run here at the end. Speaking of run, Aaron Finsenko on his last bowl now, coming off a spare. First bowl, last bowl for Daniel. And he'll pick up, looks to be a 7, finishing the game with a 244. And Aaron will pick up a strike over on his lane, and he'll get a 224. Cody Guile up to bowl now, coming off of 4 strikes in a row here. Wyatt also up. And Wyatt will get a nice strike to start off the 10th, and he'll get 2 additional bowls. Cody starting us off strong with another strike, and he will have a Yahtzee 5 in a row. Wyatt's second bowl in the 10th. And he'll pick up another strike, getting a turkey. Wyatt has one more bowl to get a strike here. Having a great game. Only missing so far 1 pin. Cody Giles' second bowl in the 10th. And he'll just miss the 2, picking up a nice 8. Cody looking for a spare now. And Wyatt will pick up another strike to finish his game off. Wyatt will finish with a 267. Very nice. Game on the second lane is over. Oregon stands at 652. Dixon 721. Dixon will take it on the second lane in this first matchup. Cody will finish his bowl with a spare, and he'll finish with a 267, tying with Wyatt. Wyatt and Cody currently leading the team here. And the first set of lanes is over right now. Oregon stands at 613, and Dixon is 717. Dixon currently up by, I believe, a good 180, 170 points. I'll have to do the math on that. Meanwhile, over on girls' side, we're the ones on the right. Meanwhile, on girls' side, we seem to be leading 307 to 412 in the first set of lanes. On the second set of lanes, it is 283 to 380. We are leading by. Definitely a dominant showing from our girls bowling as well. I will talk about some of the rumors going around for DHS bowling. Currently, one of the best sports we have here at DHS, going undefeated on the road and at home. I've already had coaches and players coming up to me saying that this is the best team for bowling that we've ever seen at DHS. Very, very nice to hear, especially with a couple of good seniors leaving the team last year, as well as, what's up, Sam? You're my hero. I want you to know that. Oh my gosh. That was huge. You came back. You came back in a big way. Like I was kind of like, oh no, Sam's struggling, and then he just like, I just hear booming from across the room. I am Sam. That's what I like to hear. Aaron, you're making me proud right now. Like Aaron, I want to see a great showing. Aaron, I want to see an emote after you get like a perfect game. All right, I give everyone full permission to do a little emote in front of the camera. Whatever one you want. Maybe not Ice Spice. Maybe not Ice Spice.
We'll see. We'll see.
Might not be appropriate, but. And the second game is getting started up, and David Laird will start us off with a nice 9-pin. He walked away. I think he thought he got the strike, but it did wobble a bit, and it did stand. A very sturdy pin for Mr. David Laird. Scores are up on screen now. It does seem to be that Dixon is leading by a good 170. And David will pick up a spare. Sam will start us off here on the second lane, and he'll also get a 9. And Sam will pick up a spare as well. First ball for Daniel now. Daniel picking up a nice strike. Aaron Fonseca will pick up an 8. Cody Guile with the bowl now. A beautiful toss, but he will have one standing and pick up a 9. Very difficult start here for the Dukes coming out in the second game, as Oregon will pick up 3 strikes across the board, across both lanes. Second ball for Cody Guile. Beautiful spin, and he'll just pick it off for the spare. Wyatt Miller set to bowl now. Wyatt had a great first game, looking to continue the streak. A little warmed up now. And Wyatt will come out strong with a nice strike. Bowl for David. And David will pick up a strike off the spare, getting some nice points for the team. Daniel and Sam set to bowl now for the Dukes. And Daniel will pick up a strike, second in a row. Daniel, we have seen in previous matchups, he has come out swinging, or I guess bowling, in these types of matchups, especially game 2 situations. Daniel, earlier in the year, came out with a nice 9-strike game. So we know he is capable of a perfect game. And we hope to see it here today. And Sam Jingers will pick up a 9 and a spare. As Cody Guile is out now. Cody Guile getting a strike, getting back to the norm. And a plethora of strikes across the board for Dixon's A team. Speaking of strikes, Aaron Fonsenko getting a strike over on Dixon's second lane. Wyatt Miller with the bowl. A beautiful strike for Wyatt Miller. Score stands after the second frame. Oregon 70, Dixon 90 in the first set of lanes, and on the second, Oregon 46, I believe, and Dixon 89. David Laird set to bowl now. Slow roll from David, but he will pick up a strike. Almost methodical with the bowl there. Very nice. Daniel with the bowl, and he'll pick up his third strike in a row, getting a nice turkey for the team. Dukes seem to find their balance here, and are coming out swinging. Look to get strikes across the board again here in the third. Cody Guile with the ball now. Good spin on it. And a perfect shot right down the middle for Cody Guile, getting his second strike in a row. Score stands after the third, Oregon 122, Dixon 160. And the second set of lanes is just finishing up their second right now still. A 6-1 for Sam Gingras. Very odd bull for Sam. Sam looking to rally here. Came up to me just a moment ago, claiming he kind of found his rhythm towards the end of the game, the first game. Maybe looking to repeat the trend here, although not optimal to get perfect games. Sam Gingras known to rally here in these later frames. Aaron Pensenko will pick up at 8-1, while David Laird will pick up a nice strike. Start up the fourth frame. Daniel up now, looking for his fourth strike in a row. You know how Wyatt will take his ball. Daniel will get his fourth strike in a row, and Wyatt will let it loose, and he'll pick up a turkey of his own. Cody Guile looking to do, again, strikes across the board in the fourth. Up to Cody now. Full from Cody, and he'll pick up a strike again. And three back-to-back frames for the Dukes A team. All strikes across the board. Very nice. Meanwhile, Dixon's B team kind of struggling here. Sam will pick up a 9 and a spare to start off their fourth frame. Score at the end of the fourth frame on the first set of lanes here is Oregon 189, Dixon 250. And over on the second lane, they just finished up Aaron Fonseca getting a strike. Oregon 145, Dixon 170. Over for girls, their first game just finished. Over on the first set of lanes, it'll be girls 323 to, oh, sorry, that'll be Oregon 323 to Dixon 449. And on the second set of lanes, Oregon 390 to Dixon girls 563. Oregon trailing behind by looks to be almost 300 points for girls. As David Laird will break the strike streak that the first lane has, unfortunately, with a 6, with a split. Very tough bowl for David. Let's see how he does here. And he'll just pick off 1. Unfortunate. Sam Gingras up to bowl now in his 5th frame. Sam yet to get a strike here. Let's see if he rallies here in the end like he did last time. As Daniel will take his 5th bowl now. Good curve. It needs to get over. And it does. And he'll pick up a nice Yahtzee 5 strikes in a row for Daniel here tonight. Sam will pick up a 9. And he's looking for the spare here. And he got a spare. Very nice. Cody Guile will get another strike. And that'll be his 4th in a row. Aaron Fonseca will pick up a strike as well. Over on Dixon's second lane. Score stands at the end of the 5th frame. Oregon 221, Dixon 332. And on the second set of lanes, it'll be Oregon 212, Dixon 239. With Wyatt Miller set to finish it off. Maybe add a couple to that. And he will. Nice strike for Wyatt. His 5th in a row, and he'll get a Yahtzee as well. That'll update the score to 269 for Dixon on that second set of lanes. The girls just starting their second game now. First bowl from David, and he'll get a 7-pin split. Very unfortunate for Mr. David. Second bowl for David. And he just missed the split, and he'll get a 2. Total of 9 there in the frame. David kind of losing some momentum here in the middle frames. We kind of saw it the opposite or in the first game for David, but nonetheless, good couple strikes here in the first 4 frames for David. We'll get him some nice points as Oregon tries to close the gap. Girls' score is up now. Look to be leading by just about 200. And Daniel will pick up his 6th strike in a row. Cody Guile up now. And Sam Jengris looking to start the rally here in the sixth, and he'll start us off with a strike. Cody Gal getting a 7 split, unfortunately breaking up the streak. But Aaron Finsenko will not be breaking the streak as he gets a turkey over on lane 2. Bull from Wyatt is good, and he'll get his 6th in a row as well. Score stands at the end of the 6th frame. Oregon 260, Dixon 392 from the first of the lanes. On the second, it'll be Oregon 308. Sorry, 326. Dixon 349. Oregon coming close behind on that second lane, um, and is trailing by 112 points on the first. David starting us off in the 7th will get a 9, and Wyatt will get his 6th strike as well. I don't know if I mentioned that, but he did. It's very impressive. David will pick up the last pin for a nice spare. I didn't mention it, but strikes across the board for Dixon's B team in the 6th frame. Sam set to bowl now. Start us up the 7th. Daniel looking for his 7th strike in a row here. Good curve, not quite there. And he will miss the 10 pin. Couldn't quite get it left enough. And Sam will do something similar, getting up a 7 pin split here. Daniel will look for a spare, keep the run alive. Little spin on it. And it went the way he wanted it to. And he'll pick up the spare. Cody Giles set to bowl now. A beautiful strike for Cody Guile once again. Aaron Fonseca will pick up an 8. Now he'll look for a spare. Good couple strikes here on the girls' side. A spare for Aaron Fonseca. Wyatt Miller up to bowl now. In the 7th frame, he's coming off 6 strikes in a row, looking to make that 7. David Laird will start off the 8th frame over in the first of the lane with a strike. Here comes Wyatt. And he'll get his 7th strike in a row. A impressive showing already today from Wyatt Miller. Score stands at the end of the 7th frame. Oregon 346, Dixon 461 on the first set of lanes. On the second set, Oregon 382, Dixon 425. Dixon definitely widening the gap between the two. Daniel will pick up a 7, unfortunately. and he'll look for a spare. Sam will pick up a 9, and he'll look for a spare. Cody will pick up to bowl now. Daniel did not pick up a spare. He got a 2. Aaron up to bowl now on the second lane. And it looks like he'll pick up a 9. Cody will on the first lane. Aaron Fonsenko, however, will pick up a strike on the second lane. Wyatt Miller up to bowl now. Looking for his 8th strike in a row. And he'll get it. 8 in a row for Wyatt Miller. Very nice. Cody Guy will pick up a spare. Score stands at the end of the 8th. Oregon in the first lane, 368 to Dixon, 497. Wow. And then the second lane, Oregon, 436. Dixon, 485. Very nice. Well, from David Laird now. And he'll pick up a strike, starting off the 9th frame. His second in a row. Sam Gingras now. Strikes haven't been as favorable to him today. But he is looking to pick it up at the end and get some nice little cushion points. Daniel up to bowl now on a great run as well. 6 strikes already. And he'll get his 7th here in the 9th frame. And Sam, very dejected, will pick up an 8. Not amused with his performance today. But it's all right because he is my personal hero. He's the hero in my heart, guys. Cody Guile up to bowl now. Coming off a spare. Looking to capitalize. Good spin. And it looked to be just a little right there. And I'll pick up a 9. Aaron Vincenko up to bowl now. Madeline Kirby with a turkey. And she is dressed for the occasion with a turkey headpiece. Very nice. Here comes the bowl from Aaron. Aaron will get a 9. And Cody will pick up a spare at the end of the 9th. Wyatt Miller up to bowl now to finish out the 9th frame for the Dukes. Wyatt looking for the elusive golden turkey when you get 9 strikes in a row. For the viewers at home who do not know, it's called the golden turkey. Very rare to see. Aaron will pick up a spare. I can hear the crowd visibly, like audibly, I should say audibly, yeah, audibly holding their breath as Wyatt Miller gets set to bowl here. David Laird will pick up an 8 in the 10th. Needs a spare here to continue. Bowl from Wyatt is dead quiet. And he will get the elusive golden turkey, 9 strikes in a row. Wyatt rolling into the 10th frame. Needs 3 strikes for the perfect game. David needs a spare here to continue, and he'll get it. Very nice. He'll get an additional bowl. Sam Gingras now up to bowl for Dixon's second lane. Sorry. Score stands at the end of the ninth. Oregon 44, Dixon 574. Oregon starting to claw their way back from the deficit here on the first lane and second lane. Oregon 513 to Dixon 571. Sam Gingras will pick up a 9. Go get him, David. He was by me. He's my hero. I have multiple heroes. Actually, the whole bowling team is my heroes, to be honest with you guys. I look up to them, even though I'm older than most of them. Sam will pick up a spare. And David is on his last bowl here in the 10th. Here it comes. And a tough bowl for David. Couldn't quite find the right bowl, but he will pick up an 8 and end with a 197. A very good score for David. Not quite cracking 200 though. Daniel up now. A very impressive score from him as well. Boasting a 195 before the 10th frame. Over on JV, Ben Zimmerman picking up a nice turkey. Getting a 257, a very nice showing from the senior Ben Zimmerman over on the junior varsity team. Aaron Senko will pick up an 8 split, and Daniel will pick up a strike. The 10th, he'll get 2 more. Needs 1. Aaron Senko with a tough split will get an 8 in the 10th frame, and Sam Gingras will end with a 165. Not a great game for Sam Gingras, and Aaron will end with a 192. Daniel will pick by his 3rd strike in a row, and he'll get 1 more bowl in the 10th frame. But Wyatt Miller is up for his 10th bowl now, and it's off. Very good. Wyatt Miller, 2 more strikes for the perfect game here at Plum Hollow. Wyatt up again. No. Just missing the 10 pin, and they'll get a 9. A very impressive showing for Wyatt Miller. Last bowl for Wyatt, and he'll pick up the last pin, ending with a whopping 289. Phenomenal showing here for Wyatt Miller. Wyatt Miller, currently a record breaker here at DHS for bowling. Would have been great to see him pick up a perfect game here. But although he is on a roll, speaking of a roll, Daniel will pick up a 4th strike in a row and end the 10th frame with a 255. A very respectable showing from Daniel here. Cody Guile now, first bowl in the 10th. A crispy curve there on that ball. I mean, that thing was nasty. Like he spit on that thing before he threw it. Pause. Who said that? Anyways, second bowl for Cody Guile, and it is also good. Nice strike there for Cody. Needs one more to get the turkey in the 10th. Last bowl for Cody Guile. Then we'll count up the team scores here in the second game. And Cody will finish off with a 9. Very good game for Cody, finishing with a 2-19 score stands after the end of the second game. Oregon on the first lane getting a 526, Dixon 671. The first set of lanes, and on the second set of lanes, Oregon 603 and Dixon 645. Totals in the first lane for both games is Oregon 1139, 1139, and Dixon is 1388. In second lane, it'll be Oregon 1255 and Dixon 1366. And we will get started and rolling into the third game. Wyatt Miller on a roll here. Hopefully he can continue the streak, although it is very hard to do. I think he definitely has the capability to pull out a perfect game tonight, as well as Daniel and Cody also having great games. And a very consistent player. David Laird will come out starting us strong with a strike here in the first frame. And Sam Drinkus will do something similar. David and Sam not having the greatest day today. Nice to see them coming out strong here in the game 3. Give it their best showing here at the end. Aaron and Daniel up now for the Dukes. And Daniel will leave just one standing ball. Aaron Fonsenko will get a strike. Wyatt Miller up to bull now. Tosses out, and he will get a strike as well. Strikes across the board for Dixon's B team. Daniel will pick up the spare as Cody Guile set to bowl now. Cody will come out with a nice strike as well in the first frame. For viewers at home, scores are currently being totaled for the second game. Boys' scores are in black, girls' scores are in white. David and Sam up again at the start of the second frame here. Bull for David here. And he'll get a strike. Very nice. Second in a row. Two in a row for Mr. David Laird. And Sam will pick up a 9, and he'll look for a spare. And he will get the spare. Aaron and Daniel up now. Strike for Daniel. Aaron will get an 8. Dixon total for boys is going to be 2,755 or 2,755. And Oregon boys total is going to be 2,394. Oregon boys down by a good 350 right now. It will take a great third game if they want to have a chance to come back. And Cody Guile does not want to let that happen, and that as the first lane will get strikes across the board, and Cody will get back-to-back strikes. Aaron Fonseca will pick up a spare as well with Wyatt set to bowl now. Wyatt will get a 9. And he will turn to his team. He will turn to the team, and Wyatt will say, "You can't expect perfect games back to back. I'm only a man." And Wyatt will pick up a spare as the whole team will cheer him on anyways. Spares across the board in lane 2. They do not look upset about it in the slightest. A very happy team. David will get a 9, and he'll look for a spare of his own. And he'll get it. Very nice for Mr. David Laird. Sam will pick up a 7, and he'll look for a spare as well. Daniel will get a 9. He'll look for a spare. Aaron Fonseca will pick up a 5 on the other lane. Daniel will find a spare. Cody Guile. Looking for a turkey here in the third frame. And he'll get it. A nice 3-strike in a row turkey for Cody Guile. Score at the end of the third frame. Oregon 147, Dixon 169. And on the second lane, Oregon 113, Dixon 118. Dixon still leading by a good bit here. As a bull from Wyatt Miller. And he'll pick up a strike. David will start off the fourth frame with an 8, and Sam will start it off with a 9. David just missed the spare. Very unfortunate curve at the last second. Sam will get a spare. Daniel up now. And he'll get a strike. Very nice. Cody Guile up now. Aaron Pensenko got a strike over on lane 2. Cody Guile with the bull. A little too much dip on the chip there. We'll go a little far left. He seems to do it right after he let go. He'll get a 7. Wyatt will get a 9, and he'll get a spare after that. Oregon taking taking the lead for the first time in the matchup here over on lane 2, leading at the end of the fourth in lane 2, 192 to Dixon's 178. Meanwhile, in the first, it will be Oregon 189 to Dixon 228. And David will get a 6. What happened? And the commotion seems to be a Oregon player and got a 7-pin split, but he left the 7, the 10, and I believe that to be the 8 pin. It's the one in between the 7 and the 10. It's like the one directly in between. I need to learn like the pin positions probably. I wish there was like a cheat sheet or somewhere around the bowling alley, but there's not. David will get an 8. Sam will get a spare. Aaron will get a 8 split, and they'll get one of them. It looks so end with a 9. Wyatt and Cody up to bowl now. Cody will pick up a nice strike at the end of the fifth. And Wyatt will get a 9. Just a 9. 9 plain. No sauce. End of the fifth. Score stands Oregon in lane 1, 240. Dixon 266. And then lane 2, Oregon 252. Dixon 250, trailing by 2 points. And a turkey for Oregon's first player in lane 2. Initials RK. I do not have a sheet with the names, but the Oregon player got the turkey as initials are RK. So any viewers watching and they know the kid with the initials RK, he's doing good right now. Make sure you send him a good job message with a thumbs up on him. Maybe a turkey emoji too, just for funsies. David Laird will pick up a strike, starting off the 6th frame. And Sam will get a spare and Aaron will pick up a strike. Wyatt will pick up a strike, and Daniel will pick up an 8. Rough 8. Daniel will get a spare. Sam will get a 9. You had to get a strike here in the third game. Rough day for Sam Gingras. Haven't really seen much oomph from him since the first game. I think it's the first time the term oomph has ever been used in bowling, but I could be wrong. Cody Guile set to bowl now. Kind of tripped on his launch there, but it won't matter because a beautiful curve will go straight to a strike for Cody Guile. And it looks to be the girls' game just finished up here. Autumn Swift with a nice turkey on her last bowl now. It's off. And can't quite pick up the last strike there, but that does not matter. Score stands Oregon 340 in the first, Dixon 471 in the first lane. The second lane is Oregon 361, Dixon 734. Girls currently steamrolling the Oregon girls here as Autumn Swift will flex to the fans. Front double bicep. And she will sign autographs and kiss babies in the stands now. Thought he will pick up a strike at the end. I don't know if I mentioned that. Um, Sam, Aaron got spares. Wyatt picked up another strike. Very nice. Score stands at the end of the 7th. I guess not everyone. No, they're not done with the 7th yet. Apologies. And Sam will get a nice strike. Finally, getting some gumption back, some wind under his sails. Because David will pick up a spare in the first frame. And Daniel will pick up a strike as well. Duke's going to coast here at the end of the third game. Um, Although Oregon having a phenomenal game, their B team. Um, the initial is just G. I don't know if he forgot to put his last name. Gavin. So if any Oregon fans know a Gavin, he currently has 6 strikes in a row. Very nice, I will say. Very impressive. Still fighting hard after a 350-point deficit. Aaron Fonseca got a 9. Daniel got a strike. We already know that. Cody got a 9. I love how I said that casual. Like, yeah, Daniel's just the GOAT. He got a strike. As per usual. Knowing dang well I cannot bowl anything past a 70-point game. I don't know if it's the case for any viewers at home, but I feel like watching high school bowling is like the equivalent to like watching the NFL. It's like I could try, but I'm just not going to be as good as them. Like that's the kind of feeling I get. Like I get the same feeling when I watch like NFL. Like these guys are athletes. Could not do it. Anyways, I've been rambling for too long. Why I got a turkey? At the end of the 8th frame, David come out strong with a nice strike. Daniel coming out with a nice strike of his own to follow up David. It'll be his second back-to-back. Aaron Fonseca and Cody Guile up to bowl now. Aaron in the middle of his 9th frame. Cody just finishing up the 8th frame now. Cody getting a 9, leaving the last pin standing. Very unfortunate. Aaron also getting a 9, and he'll finish it up with spare. Wyatt up to bowl now. Looking to get a Yahtzee here in the 10th. Has to get this one in the 9th, though. And Cody will pick up a nice spare. Finish off his 8th frame. Score stands at the end of the 8th for lane 1. Oregon 370, Dixon 452. At the end of the 9th here on the Dixon's B team or lane 2, Oregon 542, having a great game, great showing here. Definitely finally picking up the pace against these Dukes. Really trying to make a comeback here. Dixon at 458, trailing by about 120. Sam starting us off. Top the 10th, we'll get a 7. David Laird up to bowl now. As Sam Jingers will take his second bowl. David will leave with just one standing and will get a 9. Sam will not pick up the spare and get a 2, and he'll end with a 175. And Oregon's RK initials, those are the initials, I don't know his name, sorry, will get a golden turkey and finish with a 267, a very great showing on the day. Aaron Fonseca will pick up a 9, needs one more to keep going. As Daniel will bowl now. Aaron will end with a 9, and he'll end his game with a 148. Daniel will just get a spare. Wide up now. Wyatt will get his 5th strike, getting a Yahtzee, and he'll get 2 more strikes, looking to close the gap in that second lane. Cody Gallo up the ball now. Cody will get a strike at the end of the night. Wyatt will get another strike as well. First ball for David in the 10th, and he'll pick up a 7. Tough day for David. Not getting as many strikes as he would like. Still pulling off a impressive performance. He needs one more to stay alive here and get his last bowl going. And Wyatt Miller did end up getting his last strike, and he'll end with a 238. A very impressive showing for Wyatt Miller, as always. I think consistently getting around a 230 average, maybe a little higher, 240, because of that almost perfect game. But David will get a spare, and he'll get one more to get some extra points here. And the lane 2 is done just a frame early here. Score stands Oregon 669 to Dixon. I believe that's a 561. So trailing behind by 108 points, closing that 350-point gap. So gonna need 242 difference here in the first lane if Oregon wants to win it. It is not looking likely as the Dixon is up by 30 right now in the first lane. David will get an 8. That's his last bowl, and he'll end with a 178, respectively. Daniel will get a strike here in his first bowl of the 10th frame. Second bowl for Daniel. And he'll get a 9. And Daniel will end with a strike, and he'll end with a total score of 185. Cody Guile up now. No multipliers coming in it. He'll start with a 9. Needs to get a spare here to keep going. Duke's definitely settled down in the third game, but it looks as though the deal is sealed as Oregon takes their last bowl. And Cody Guile will get a strike. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. Oregon got the 9. Cody just got a strike. So Cody did not get a 9. Cody has 2 more bowls here in the 10th frame. My apologies. Mixed up the screens. Been here for a couple hours. You gotta apologize. I'm seeing double here. Second bowl for Cody. Good spin on it. And he'll get another strike. That'll be a turkey for Cody Guile. Cody looking to finish it off for the Dukes here. Oh. And Cody will end with a 7. And Cody will end the third game with a 228. Score stands at the end of the game 3 matchup on the first lane. Oregon 542 to Dixon 623. I'm not very good at math, so I won't add up the total score. But Dixon is leading by points in the first and second lane. Therefore, don't even have to add the scores. Dixon will take the win here against Oregon, and I believe that makes them conference champions, if I'm not mistaken. Oregon being second in the conference, Dixon being first. And I think with most of the teams out of competition, I believe Dixon is conference champions. I'll have to fact check that, but it is definitely an exciting victory for Dixon boys bowling. Scores are being added up. We'll switch our attention over to girls now. As it stands in the girls matchup going on, Dixon currently up by a good 300 in the first lane total. And, oh, geez, 700 in the second lane total as we are halfway through the third game. I'm going to try and see if I can get someone on commentary with me. Good game. Would you or anybody else like to join me on commentary for the end of the girls' game matchup? Who?
You go ask.
Can you go ask him if he wants to? We'll have a little convo.
My hero.
He's my hero.
Did I have You would hop on the mic and just like
help me commentate the rest of the girls' game, and then maybe talk about your incredible performance here today.
Sorry, I'm all good though. I'm not good on the podcast, so
It's all right.
Like,
Can you just tell me
how did it feel?
How did it feel
Almost getting that
almost getting that
perfect
perfect game here today?
stressful. Very
Stressful.
I threw a good shot, then they just yeah. That's part of the game, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely a little bit.
definitely a little bit of luck involved.
Oh, you have
Although
a
you
lot
have
of
a
skill.
lot of skill. I will say
It's
that.
very
That is a
As
very
long as I beat
impressive
Cody, we're
showing.
fine. As long as I beat Cody.
that
And
did.
that you did.
Very impressive.
Very impressive. Thank you, Wyatt. That was a great game.
Yep.
Great performance.
Thank you, guys. Hey, I still move. You know what? I worked on
That was good.
Nice back like he's here.
Yeah.
Sure. So long. Should be just wrong. So on. Go in 20s. Oregon did that last year.
All right. I have the total scores here for boys. Total pins here for Oregon. Oregon did win that last match. It was 1,211 to boys 1,184. Total pins for Oregon was 3,605. Total pins for Dixon was 3,936. Dixon taking the win by a good 334 pins. Very nice. Very nice and impressive showing for Dixon boys. And like I said before, I believe they are conference champions now. Bringing home the gold for Dixon.
My best.
All right, and I'm back after a short little break. Girls are in the 10th frame right now. Uh, Score stands in the first lane, Oregon 306, Dixon 401, and in the second, Oregon 307 and Dixon 522 at the bottom of the ninth. Coming into the 10th frame, and I was confirmed that the boys are conference champions for bowling. Very, very nice. A very impressive win. Congratulations to all the boys players on the Dixon team. Very impressive showing from all 6 members tonight. Very, very exciting to watch. And a nice strike for Delaney of Dixon. Autumn will pick up a spare. Scores are ended over here. First player for Oregon on lane 1 got a 130. Second player a 168. And for Dixon, first player got a 147. And second player, DHS Broadcasting Club's own Jillian, got a 106. Very nice. Very nice, Jillian. Delaney picks up a 8 split. Bye, Cody. You did good today. You didn't do good today. The last player for Dixon got a 187, and the last player for Oregon got a 59 on the first lane. Delaney ended with a 157, and Megan got another strike, so that's a double for Miss Megan. First player on Oregon's lane 2 got a 128. Final score on lane 1 is a 357 to Dixon's 440. And Dixon will lead totally by 340 in the first lane. A 9 off the strike for Miss Megan from Dixon. And Megan will scratch the last one, and she'll end with a 181. A nice score for girls bowling to end off the night. Up now is Madeline Kirby. Oh, while we have a break in the action, I guess I should shout out our sponsors since it is the end, almost the end. Anyways, shout out Woodlawn Arts Academy for being a sponsor of the Broadcasting Club. We appreciate the support from Woodlawn Arts Academy, located in Sterling, Illinois. They offer arts, obviously, and then I believe dance classes. So go check them out. Additionally, we'd like to give a shout out to club advisor Bob Went and athletic director Roger Fegan. Madeline Kirby will pick up an 8 spare and then get a strike at the end, finishing with a 158. Also, Super Bowl coming up February 8th at Reagan Middle School starting at 9 a.m. 9 in the morning. If you are a big fan of trivia and want to try your trivia luck, I should say, as Autumn Swift will get a strike, start off the 10th frame. Head on down to Reagan Middle School. That's February 8th at 9 a.m. at the Reagan Middle School cafeteria. Very exciting stuff. Also, for everyone watching, we have a boys basketball game tomorrow. Special guest commentators, Dixon girls basketball takeover of the Broadcasting Club. We will have Reese Dumman and Amari McGowan coming on the mic. And I believe they'll be doing some trivia as well during halftime. So definitely a fun watch tomorrow. Autumn also got a 9. She's going to look for the last pin here to finish it off for the Duchesses. I will not have the total score for the girls. You can find that on our Dixon Athletics social media. But Autumn Swift will end with a 165. And on lane 2, it'll be Oregon girls on lane 2, 356 to Dixon's 659. Total for lane 2 is going to be Oregon 1,107, and girls is going to be 1,947. And needless to say, it is a girls Duchess win as well as a boys Dukes win. So all-around win for both teams here. Thank you all for watching. I've been Tyler Zepazauer, and we hope to see you tomorrow for boys basketball. Congratulations to both Duchess and Dukes tonight.